All right, so we're going to continue looking at linear versus arithmetic sequence. This is really just a summary in all different representations. I'm going to do example 7. Please do example 8. All right, so I have a table. I'm going to put a table in decimals. Click the plus sign, click table, and then you're going to start typing in the table. Never put in something that's missing because decimals will be like waiting for it. All right, and already as I'm putting this in, I'm going to say that this has to be a function. And the reason that I'm saying that it has to be a function is because you can't have negatives in a pattern. I've put it in my table. All right, so again, I'm going to do y1, squiggly line, mx1 plus b. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write it in. So y equals, what's my slope? Negative 3.5, which I can make into a fraction. So negative 3.5, hit fraction. This is not repeating, so I don't keep typing 555. It's just negative 3.5. So this is negative 7 over 2. X, and then my y-intercept is positive 2, so plus 2. Okay, so that's my function. All right, now I can make it a table. So I can see what is my zero term, what is my first term. So there's my zero term, which means my y-intercept is 2. And my first term is negative 1.5, which means then it cannot be a sequence. So this must be a function. So I'm going to start off with a function notation right here. And I forgot in the previous video, so go ahead and write it here. So here, this could be either a function or sequence. And actually be more specific, arithmetic sequence. Sequence. I forgot to write that in. So on this one, I know that this one is a function. More specifically, a linear function. Okay, what is the function? It's right here, y equals, and because we're writing in function notation, we're going to use f of x since it doesn't specify which one to use. So f of x is equal to negative 7 over 2, x plus 2. Okay, on this one, I have missing values that I need to fill. So, which is why I like the table, because you're going to just keep pressing enter, enter, enter until you get whatever you need. So I need 1, which is negative 1.5. And since this is written in decimals, I'm okay with leaving it in decimals, but you can put it as a fraction. It doesn't matter. I also need 25. I'm just going to type 25, which is negative 85.5, negative 85.5. All right, so there's my function. That's how you find your missing values in a table. Just don't put them in the original table. All right, so is this discrete or continuous? Okay, I know it's not a sequence, and it has these decimals, and I don't know the question to say, okay, in this sense, I can't have the decimals even if the table does. So I'm going to go with it is continuous. Okay. Why? Because there's no real world context, and there are decimals. All right, so now that I have the function notation, can we go ahead and change this function notation into an explicit function? So again, remember 2 things that I need for an explicit function, the first term and the common difference. So what is A1 equal to? What is D equal to? All right, so common difference is the same as slope, which is negative 7 over 2. And A1, I'm going to go look at my table again, where the first term is negative 1.5, and I'm just going to make that into a fraction. And it's okay, I'm just practicing changing it over, even though this is not a true statement. So I still want us to write it down because I want us to practice going from function notation to explicit. So even though there's no way this is a sequence, we're just going to go ahead and write it as a sequence. All right, so now that I have that, following the formula, it's going to be a sub n is equal to, so a sub n is equal to a sub 1, which is negative 3 over 2, plus d. So plus d is this time is negative 7 over 2. So I'm just going to say minus 7 over 2. I am not going to do plus and minus, and then n minus 1. Okay, so again, even though that's not possible, we're just putting that in there because we're practicing going from function notation to explicit. All right, evaluate it for f of 15. So going back to my table, I need 15. So I'm going to type in 15, and there it is. So f of 15 is equal to negative 50.5. All right, so you go ahead and do this question. Let's practice.